Hello everyone, my name is Bryce and I am from Nintendo Everything. And today I'm coming to you with some exciting news, which I'm sure you have all heard, that Nintendo is back with some Treehouse footage. And regardless of what you guys thought about this Treehouse footage, we'll go through it. It's just exciting to see that Nintendo is announcing things again. They've been a little bit dormant since COVID-19 has hit, so it's exciting to see some new news pop up. You never know, we could be entering the time that Nintendo has set out for a lot of announcements. But what we do have as of a few days ago is a Treehouse presentation for the Paper Mario the Origami King. And today I just wanted to open up a discussion about this new gameplay and give my honest reactions to it. And then we'll also talk about the surprise announcement that was at the end of the Treehouse, which was a doozy, I must say. But without further ado, let's get into it. So Nintendo starts off the presentation with its three hosts introducing themselves, explaining this is going to be a live presentation and this is the first time they've done it. I'm not sure why they chose to do this live when they easily could have pre-recorded it. It made it a lot more cringy and hard to watch in places than it should have been.
Totally a toad.
If they would have pre-recorded this, it would have been exactly the same and it would have prevented all of the little cringe moments, I'll call them.
Isn't required.
This is just to show
you
you,
can
I guess,
still
that...
move on.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah.
Right after this intro, they start the full gameplay of the Treehouse, and this is where they're actually playing through the game, no editing. First impressions for me is that the game does look beautiful. Origami World is charming, and walking through the overworld, there does seem to be a lot of minor puzzles that I think are going to be a lot of fun throughout the game. But another thing that immediately hit me is its close relation to Color Splash. This game looks a lot like Color Splash, with the mallet hitting the flowers and you gaining paper pieces instead of paint drips, but it looks overwhelmingly similar to Color Splash, which I know some people may not like because Color Splash was a very polarizing game. Another thing that is immediately recognizable is that the characters seem to be mostly regular Toads and regular Koopa Troopas, not exactly designed characters for the game like some people were hoping. There do seem to be some specific characters, but your basic run-in is going to be with Toads that don't have names. And that's fine for me. If there are some cool characters in this cast of just plain Toads, I'm still gonna have a good time with it, and I feel like I can still bond with the characters in my own way. But that's not what the most of this gameplay is. It's not just walking around and talking to characters. A big portion of this gameplay is the battle system. This battle system, I think, is going to really either resonate with people or completely turn them off. Basically, what the battle system is this giant ring that Mario stands in the center of, and he spins the enemies to line them up for certain types of attacks. So his jump attack, it's more effective when the enemies are in a line, and then his hammer when they're side by side, and it gives him a damage boost if he lines up enemies well. Then he can use the equipment he has in his inventory to attack the enemies. A timer counts this down, but the timer can be slowed down with coins, and the entire system relies on coins. You defeat enemies, you get coins, but you can do more things such as summon Toads to assist you. So there is no XP, it's just coins and equipment. And the equipment looks pretty basic. Boots, hammers, there's no XP, there's no leveling up. I'm not exactly against that mechanic of just having coins, but from what they show here, the battles look overwhelmingly easy, with the coins on top of that being able to slow down the timer and Toads assist you in battle. It seems like the whole thing is going to be very easy to progress through. It does look snappier and quicker than Color Splash. The developers definitely took a note to make the battles quicker, and there are also no cards, thank God. Now, after doing quite a few battles and just a few minor story parts, like bartering with Monty the Mole and talking to a few Toads and Koopa Troopas, the commentators finally encounter a boss. And this boss apparently is a box of colored pencils. And this was a little strange to me. I know Color Splash, they had a piece of meat to be a literal boss. But for me, it just seems like they could have done so much more with this. They could have made an awesome looking character that had the same abilities, but it was a memorable character that fit into the world. This seemed really out of place to the world. But regardless, they play this battle and it significantly changes the battle system that they've been showcasing up until this point. Instead of Mario being in the center, being able to move the enemies around him, the box of colored pencils is in the center and he must maneuver around it to get to the weak point. And this basically functions with Mario still switching around the rings of the circle, but he must land on specific metals that allow him to travel across the ring. And he can only attack when he lands on a metal that has an attack icon on it. From what he showed, it looked very easy to maneuver around this board, and it didn't seem so much as a puzzle because it was easy to see where to go. And so that seemed a little bit repetitive to me. Then they cut off the end of the boss battle because they insist it's a puzzle and they don't want to spoil the puzzle for the viewers. Once they cut off the boss battle, they play one more trailer, which was already revealed a couple weeks ago, of the overview of the game showing off the different locations. And I'll be honest, seeing this little glimpse of all the places I can travel in this game after the raw gameplay, I did feel like it tied it together for me, because I think that's really what entices me about this game, is all the exploration and awesome design they have. And they specified that this would be a giant world. It's not divided up into little blips like a typical Mario game. And the amazing exploration and set pieces put it together for me, and that's what I'm going to play this game for. But of course I'm leaving out something, because right after this closing of the Paper Mario gameplay, they were supposed to announce a special announcement with WayForward, the developer that does Shantae. I must say the hype was real for this announcement, but all that hype came crashing down as soon as the word Bakugan came up in a short trailer they decided to play. That's right, the big announcement is Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, which I gotta say, who was asking for this?
Did I mention 80 Bakugan? Actually, it's 81. Because we've listened to our fans, and we're bringing back Leonidas.
I know there are fans. I was 10 years old when the Bakugan explosion happened. It just seemed like a very untimely decision to put this at the end when this has been the only major Nintendo news in months. And this Bakugan game looks mediocre at best. I'm sorry, but I just don't understand Nintendo's mindset on this. But they go into the game and they show off the overworld. It's very rough, cel-shaded type graphics. They show off a few battles, which it has your character throwing some kind of disc at these two Bakugan that are fighting above. And you know, I'll let Bakugan fans have their moment. If you are excited for this game, please be excited for this game. But all I am saying is I don't know about the timing of this announcement. I personally am not the audience for this game, and I do not think I will be picking it up. But congrats to Bakugan fans. After the Bakugan gameplay, that was it for the Treehouse. Regardless of what you thought about the Treehouse and the surprise announcement, I feel very excited for the coming month. Because like I said, there's already been a rumor about Nintendo Direct. So I really feel like Nintendo has a lot coming up. I feel like this is the beginning of a lot of cool announcements. So I am extremely excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. I want to hear from you guys, so please leave your reactions down in the comments. Let me know if maybe you are a Bakugan fan and you're really looking forward to this new game, or you're very excited about the new Paper Mario game and you just like to let us know what elements of gameplay really excited you the most. And also let us know if you like this type of videos. We're starting some new content over here at Nintendo Everything, and we want to hear from you guys. And get excited! Nintendo's announcing stuff again. There's big things coming. So until next time, I'm Bryce from Nintendo Everything, and I'll see you in the next video.